takes on Joe Cullen, two players who know each other well, and two players who've been dominant recently on the Pro Tour. 7 finals between them last year alone. A couple of wins for Joe Cullen. Well, Chris Dobey won 3 times last year, and he's already won a Pro Tour event this year as well. So Dobey and Cullen used to winning recently on the Pro Tour events, but who will make it through to the final here? Will it be Dobey, who's beaten Reyes, Evans, Doots, Nopper and Kist en route? Whitewash Christian Kist in the quarterfinals. Also hit a 9-darter against Ricky Evans earlier on. Joe Cullen beat Yorick Hofkins, Gabriel Clemens, Adam Gavlas, Brendan Dolan and Neil Zonneveld. Been a few 6-5s en route. Sam, what do you make of this one? The head-to-head says Cullen, but a lot of that head-to-head form is going back a few years now.
It is, and the way Chris Dobey has gone about his business today probably makes him the man to beat at this stage.
55.
It hasn't been wholly simplistic for either. He just gave us the rundown there, Mark. Both have had to survive last leg shootouts on more than one occasion. Dobey has become a bit of a Dutch destroyer in the previous 3 rounds, defeating Kist, Nopper and Doots.
140.
But again, both of these heavily involved in last leg shootouts, and there could well be another one in this one.
48.
Yeah, Cullen needed a last leg to beat Clemens, Gavlas and Dolan, then brushed aside Neil Zonneveld in the quarter-final. Race to 7, slightly extended format for the semi-final. And it'll be Dobey who'll be first in at a finish.
59.
Yeah, once again, Chris Dobey flying out of the starting stalls, looking for a early lead in double quick time, which is exactly what he has got.
Play some good stuff, Dobey, that we've seen on the stream. His best, certainly numbers-wise, was that 103 average against Doots, who averaged over 108 and still couldn't beat him.
121.
And Cullen's been pretty consistent throughout the day as well.
Such a dangerous player is Joe Cullen. Okay, he hasn't hit the heights of maybe he was a few years ago in recent times. However, on his day, he can beat anyone comfortably at that as well. He's a quality player.
Yeah, he is. Won 2 titles last year on the Pro Tour. You'll admit he's maybe not as in love with the game as he used to be, but
56.
There's no doubt about it. When he plays his best stuff, he's still one of the elite players. Now looks to leave
89.
double 16, which he'll do with Dobey not on a finish.
Yeah, it's been a good riposte from Cullen following that opening leg
140.
by Chris Dobey.
Game shot.
No messing around on the outer ring either. Impressive stuff from Cullen. I have to say, that recent form from Chris Dobey.
97.
Winning Players Championship 3, brushing aside Stephen Bunting in the final. Probably makes him favourite in this match, and probably favourite for the tournament here on in. Ross Smith against Karol Sedlacek, the other semi-final, of course.
100.
Yeah, it's not the makings of a high-quality affair, this one. He's two in the top half of the draw. It's interesting. Cullen won Players Championship 5 here in Leicester last year, so he's in effect defending the Players Championship 5 title. It's funny how these things work out, isn't it? Ross Smith, a winner in this building last year as well.
Something in the East Midlands air.
60.
This Dobey once again performing admirably on throw.
44.
Not much of an answer from Cullen at this stage, so Dobey, time on his side.
96.
He will be back, looking to dispatch Double 4.
127.
Good use of the board from Cullen. Double 4 then for Dobey and 2-1.
Game shot.
Well finished, and it is 2-1 to Chris Dobey. They're not hanging around, are they, when it comes to the finishing at the moment?
No messing whatsoever.
93.
Dobey's finishing when only having one dart in hand was arguably the difference between himself and Danny Nopper.
180.
But there's another example as to why Dobey is where he is.
140.
Yeah. He's tight in the early stages here.
140.
Dobey, if he can get that heavy scoring going, he's going to put anybody under pressure.
78.
Now Cullen is up against it. Dobey looking for a break opportunity. These two good friends off the hockey, they were practicing together
57.
this morning before play commenced.
$138.
But now, following a ever so slightly slack visit from Dobey, strong from Cullen, there's pressure on this 1-2-4. Aggressive once again.
102.
Doesn't quite pay dividends on this occasion.
No. Double 16 for a level game. Double 8.
44.
Cullen misses 2 opportunities to level up at 2-2.
Decisions for Dobey. Straight
Game
at it
shot.
and straight in. You don't need to overcomplicate these things. You left the double, just go and hit it.
Yeah. Cullen will be kicking himself there. Ross Smith
91.
2-1 up over Carol Sedlacek. Streaming board 2 with Dan McCarthy and Chris Mason.
100.
Cullen now having to battle back. That
60.
breaker throw won by Dobey will sting somewhat.
85.
Yeah, probably even more so the fact that Cullen, having dodged a bullet, then couldn't level up himself. A bit more venom in that
140.
second dart there. Made a big thud as it hit the board. Good visit. Dobey's scoring has been decent
100.
all day. Can Cullen stick with him? Because if Joe can have a burst as well, he's more than a match.
58.
Look of disappointment. Dobey leaves troubleless. Does leave a finish, but
180.
Cullen is certainly back in the mix now. A show-stopping 152 can't be found. Interesting
95.
way about setting up things. 218s for Cullen to wrestle back that break
Game
of
shot.
throw. And he's done it. And he is back in this semi-final.
Yeah, it just shows the time. He does it that maximum there. Gets him right back in the leg. But now having broken, he's got to look to hold.
65.
Only one big treble there.
$180.
Superb from Hollywood. Chris Dobey wants to get this done as soon as possible. Newcastle kick off at 7:45.
Yeah, but they're leading 6-1 on aggregate. Dobey's cause is a little bit more pressing.
96. $180.
Cullen's going with him. Trying to hold his throw.
58.
Can't be affording to, having done the work to break back, letting his throw go straight away.
140.
Well, he's asking the question of Dobey. And Dobey hasn't got the answer on this occasion. So Cullen, 3 darts for a level game at 3-3.
43.
2 10s.
No score.
Well, a smile, a rueful one. Can Dobey steal? Only needs 1 treble. Not quite in. So Cullen gets a reprieve
92.
and another go.
It's a nigh an identical visit, but now he elects to step across, but the deflection goes the wrong way. And Joe Cullen could well be surrendering his throw back straight away and has done. Cullen, head drops, telling sign that one hurts.
Oh, it felt like we were watching a replay, didn't it, of his previous visit. Same block of dart caused him problems, and that's
93.
twice now. On his own throw, he's missed multiple darts at a double, and it's costing him, but his scoring is keeping him in it.
140.
Cullen.
140.
Test of character. He has character in abundance.
123.
He will battle back and is doing so. Dobey now, as we've seen throughout the day, a fantastic front runner.
58.
Even when things have the potential to get a little bit dicey.
Yeah. This you feel
46.
he's still in the balance, but again, Cullen, when he had the chance there, couldn't get down to a finish. Can Dobey make him pay? First to 7.
92. $100.
Just the level ton. Cullen will fancy the 92 if he gets a chance at it.
Double 19.
99.
Cullen has to pounce here, you feel. Can he find a treble at the start of his visit? Yes, he can. 2 clean darts. And that's brilliant from Cullen, who this time punishes Dobey. Well, it's 4 successive breaks in this match. Can Cullen hold and level up?
Brilliant display of finishing from Joe Cullen. You can almost see there he's maybe contemplating
96.
going old school and utilising the ball. Went aggressive, was bold, and it paid off.
121.
Does get some wicked deflections, doesn't he, Chris Dobey?
61.
That wasn't the kindest either.
$96.
Just saves his visit. Like covering treble 19. Cullen
134.
doing the same. With a very neat and tidy 134.
$140.
Dobey undeterred. Both of these two have held their nerve in clutch situations in previous rounds.
Oh, it's not going to go, but it's going to be handy. It's another one of those mid-range finishes. Can Cullen deliver? Well, it's still on. Which way is he going to go out of bull? Now he needs the bull. Just the
51.
wrong side of the wire, or the wrong side of the dart, deflected it away.
Another wicked deflection. We've seen a few in this match. Double 16 for Dobey. It nestles its way into the double bed. Once again, Joe Cullen is left ruining his luck.
Yeah, 5-3. And the scoreboard's frozen. We apologise for that. Get that rectified as soon as we can, but it's 5-3. There we go. We're back on point. But
46.
again, that's 3 on the spin. Look, Joe Cullen has had darts to win the leg, and he's ended up losing it.
And he won't take
96.
it lightly either. He will be fuming. Whatever the outcome
85.
of this match, he could still win it and still be a bit miffed about how those legs have gone awry.
Yeah, the difference is if you win it, you've got 10 minutes to be back on again in the final. He won't have time to
58.
mull on it. He'll have an evening to stew on it if he gets beaten here. He's not done yet, though.
57.
But no big treble. It just feels like Dobey has got enough in hand here.
100.
Cullen now really having to chase.
140.
Good visit. And on the Dobey throw, it will be Chris that will have first dibs on a double.
174.
Exquisite setup play once again from Chris Dobey. That was simply superb.
64.
Double 8 then to go within 1.
Game
Double
shot.
4 hit right in the middle. And that's a holder throw that puts Chris Dobey 1 leg away from yet another Players' Championship final. For Cullen, he's got to win the next 4 on the spin.
60.
Ross Smith still leading. Karol Sedlacek 5-3, the current
140.
score. Is Smith on a collision course with Hollywood Chris Dobey?
100.
There'll be some final if that's what it's to be. But whoever makes it out of the final 4 will deserve their spot in the
57.
final here. Been a good day of darts. Oh, beautiful.
177.
This time from Cullen.
Yeah, what a visit that was. Dobey now, his turn
40.
to chase. He need not panic, however. Cullen staying there. Wouldn't have needed to go for the ball anyway.
136.
Instead, he sets it up perfectly.
Yeah. There's Dobey looking to tap him on the shoulder.
125.
Oh, that last start. A costly one. 2 sevens.
Game shot.
Straight at it, straight in it. There's one of the 4 he needs.
Was only a hold. But it's a way back. It's an avenue back into this
140.
match. This is the leg for Dobey, though. Looking to serve it out and book his
81.
spot into the final.
This
100.
a good start to a leg that if he wins, he'll be through to yet another final. There's been 15 of them before.
134.
Sedlacek has narrowed the deficit. 5-4 in favour of Ross Smith.
Max here would be good. 140 wouldn't be the worst outcome.
140.
That's what he's got. So they're both getting a look here. Dobey for the match, 136. Not going to go. Cullen needs a showstopper here to keep his hopes alive.
100.
Well within his locker. The time has to be now for Joe Cullen. It could well be.
114.
Just threatened it. But the writing is now on the wall.
Dobey for yet another final. Hits
Game shot
double
and the
18. Cullen a width of a wire away. The frustration there to see for Joe Cullen. It's been another good day for him, though.